with the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
Yes, baby. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 5:51, 5:51, 12 go. Right.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
Now Fields going to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a 1st down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. Do you think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets had 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Here we go. I'm good. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. And this one complete to Smith. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They snap it to Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. 1st drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Murray now going to do it himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Don't jump.
Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
331.
To throw is Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
319. West right zip. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. Well, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-0. Murray now going to do it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down in inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now they send a man in motion right. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and goal from the 1. Murray now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go, Scott.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Fields now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Good. Green 19,
Here's Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fields. Quick slant here to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here we go. Go.
Fields throwing again. Caught by Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, Scott.
Back to throw again. Now Fields going to run. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Don't jump. Ready?
8-yard line.
Again, Fields. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
They'll look to run with Hall. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal.
Here we go. Start ball, start.
Now Fields on third and goal. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a jet touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Fulton connects on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Here's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
gain of 6 yards.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together. Murray now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 50.
Here's Murray from midfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Throwing now is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Murray's pass. On number 10. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down. To throw is Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19.
Here we go, Scott. Green 19, Scott.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Off play action, Fields going right back to Wilson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air again, Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. This ball taken in here by Brooks. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Jets, 14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw is Fields. Underneath to Allen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. A give running right is Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
Here we go. We're good. 331. 331.
Paul want to give up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Here we go. We're good. 319. Can I say that?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10.
Here we go,
14-yard line.
58. Let's hear that. Go.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Here we go. 58.
Fields now to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw is Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kyler Murray, 15 yards. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Jets 21. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
West right zip. Go.
Here's Fields. That's caught by Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. That's pulled in by Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 319. Right.
Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they can't bring him down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Folk for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That will tie the game. 28 all.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Murray. Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball